So when I was in grad school, I did not have homework. Well, we were assigned homework, but I never did homework at home. Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Don and I make videos about academic and career talks, mental health, and lifestyle. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be about social work, and specifically is going to be advice for new social work students, new Master of Social Work students specifically. So congratulations. I want to first start there. I'm so happy for you and proud of you. This is such an amazing accomplishment to be admitted to a MSW program and to begin this journey. It's such an exciting one. I'm allowing myself to go back to when I was admitted, and I only applied to one MSW program, so there was a lot on the line for me. And so the fact that I was admitted, when I was admitted, I was so happy because it was my top choice, and I had so much respect for the program at the time, and I did so much research. I visited the school. I went to all of the open houses and prospective student days and things of that nature. So when I received my acceptance email, I was just so elated. I wish I could find that email now, but I don't have access to that email anymore. But it was just a dream come true. And so allow yourself to just cherish that moment, because there are so many things in life that can happen to us that will try to rob us of our joy, of our happiness. And that's just something that I think you should really hold on to and cherish, because it's an accomplishment that will, be the beginning of such a blissful career for you. I wanted to make this video because someone asked me on my Instagram basically for advice. And so they just were like, what's the best advice that you could give? And I think in that answer, I shared, in short, I shared that you need to remember that you are in charge of your education. So, remember to take charge and make sure that you are spearheading your education. But there's so much more to share about that. And so I wanted to share that with you all today. And I wanted to make this video because I thought, okay, if that person had that question, I'm sure there may be others with similar questions. And so I wanted to just make this video. So in addition to that, I would say ask questions. You don't know what you don't know. And so always, always, always ask questions. There's nothing wrong with just gaining more knowledge, gaining more clarity, gaining more insight. So ask questions. Ask questions about the curriculum. Ask questions about, I think I was the only student who took classes across other disciplines because I asked. I also think I was the only student who took who did an independent study. So I think it's important to ask questions. I was in multiple fellowships because I inquired about different opportunities that were important to me. So ask questions, because people want to give you the answer and people want to provide you with opportunities. So I think it's important that you ask. The second thing would be to try new things. You need to put yourself out there and step outside of your comfort zone. So if there's a research opportunity and they're looking for a research assistant, volunteer your time. If a professor asks for someone to maybe participate in offering a lecture for class, say yes. Just be open to trying new things, because you never know where it may lead you. So this was it was after grad school. my concentration was healthcare. I completed my internships in an oncology cancer center. And upon graduation, I there weren't really a lot of medical social work positions available. And I was offered the opportunity to pursue a role as a therapist in a federally qualified healthcare center. So I was at the beginning of integrated care, and I said yes. I was open to that opportunity, and here we are 4 years later. All I've done is therapy. I've done it in many settings, but I am a therapist, and that was because I said yes. So don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, because it could lead you to a blissful destination that you never knew existed. Be proactive. You always want to, again, take initiative, take advantage of opportunities. It doesn't make you greedy. It doesn't make you selfish. It doesn't make you an opportunist. It makes you smart, and it will make you out to be a great student, and it will make you a great social worker. So take advantage of opportunities. Be proactive. If you get an assignment, start early. Don't wait until the last minute. Just do everything early. So when I was in grad school, I did not have homework. Well, we were assigned homework, but I never did homework at home. I always did it in maybe other classes. Now this advice is a little controversial. So I would read before coming to class. In a way my program was set up, which I felt this is maybe an area of growth for the program. They would lecture us on the reading. So it was almost like you were getting it twice versus like it being, you read at home, you learn it at home, and then you come and you apply it in class, and you engage in an enriched dialogue in class, and you just build on that. Since that didn't happen, I was able to do a lot of my homework in class because I had already read outside of class. Now I couldn't do this for every class. Like some classes you just can't do that for, and I appreciate those classes. But if you can, then I would say do that. Or when you get outside of like another thing I would do, I would get an assignment, and if I would have an hour between classes, I would do it within that hour. So you could do that, but be proactive. Don't wait until the last minute. You want to make sure that you are being, again, intentional about your education, and that you are maximizing your time so you are not pressured. So along with that, you want to make sure that you're studying. You want to make sure that you are, not procrastinating. You want to make sure that you're staying organized. If you want separate videos on those topics, let me know. I think I'll at least make a video about studying in grad school, because I don't see a lot of those type of videos for social work students. So I'll do a video on that. But if you want one on being organized, let me know. And I could I'm not an expert in organization, but I could just share what I did to stay organized and how that helped me. But you just want to find what works for you. The last thing that I'll say is make new friends. Don't be afraid to make and cultivate relationships. And this is with your professors, this is with your colleagues. And by colleagues, I mean your peers, your classmates, because you never know where and when you all may cross paths again. So quick little story. When I applied for the integrated care position, they interviewed me, and then they recognized where I graduated from, and they had hired two of my classmates. One completed their internship there, and another one they just hired. He did his internship somewhere else, but they when as soon as they saw where I went to school and they saw my graduating class, they immediately went to my classmates and said, "Hey, do you know Donzel?" And thank goodness we had a strong relationship. And you're not going to be best friends with everybody, but you shouldn't be enemies with anyone. So that really solidified that position for me and me being offered that position. And so, again, you just never know where and when you may cross paths again. And you get to see each other at conferences and things like that. I can't tell you how many times I've seen colleagues and classmates. I mean, there's one student that he was a few years after me, but we went to undergrad together and we went to different MSW programs. But I was presenting at a conference and he was like, it was two, him and a girl. They both were student representatives. They were introducing the speakers at the conference. So again, you never know when you may cross paths. And so, when I was able to see them, that was such a nice moment to just catch up and see how things are going and offer myself to be of service and answer questions that they had. But again, you just never know how life is going to make you cross paths. So I encourage you to make sure that you are just connecting with as many people as you can, building those sincere relationships, especially if you think that you want to pursue a doctorate one day or you want to get a second master's or something along those lines. You will need those professors, or if there are opportunities that's coming up. Remember, there was a job and I was able to reach out to one of my professors, and that professor knew the hiring manager. And I didn't take that position, but it was still nice to get my foot in the door and to have that introduction. And so, and on this page, you will hear me talk a lot about community, especially if you're following me on Instagram. But community is so essential. So I just want to end by saying, make sure that you are building lasting relationships. Make sure that you are connecting with people. Make sure that you are, really investing in the relationships and your classmates. So that's all that I have for this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you watched to the end of this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. That helps me so much. And it, helps to just have this content pushed out more to reach more of you all. So share it with a friend and comment in the comment section below, what's maybe one piece of advice that you hope to apply that you heard from this video. Thanks so much for watching, and until I see you next time, be you, be great.